What's up, everyone? Welcome to Down Once More. It is the first episode of 2023 with Rayleigh and I. So you don't have to listen to me by myself again yet, barring any technical difficulties that this doesn't come out. So we are introducing, this will be kind of the first big test of the new format because there's a chance you just skip the solo one that I did. And so we are going to today, whenever the fuck you decide to listen to this, we are going to be doing pick three, which really, I mentioned this in the first one where I saw, I want to rebrand pick three because I think that's a boring ass name with everything else we have. So be thinking, and people, if you have suggestions, send them in.
Give us
you
some
a shout
ideas
out if we pick it. Yes. So we're going to do pick three, vocal warm-ups, and just some random shooting the shit. So, Rayleigh, how's it going?
Yes. Fabulous. It's 2023. Just super weird still. And yeah, it's great. I mean, it's fantastic. I forget what season it is because I live in Florida. So like Christmas just happened, but like otherwise I wouldn't know it was winter. So,
yeah,
it's fine by me. I'm good with it. That's why I chose the Sunshine State. But yeah, I'm great. I'm fantastic. How you doing, Matt?
Oh, good. Speaking of Christmas and you not knowing when it's winter, on the day before Christmas, it was negative 48-degree wind chill where I was at. So
wait, is that an exaggeration or is that for real? Like,
no,
real
that's
numbers?
literally what it was. It was negative 16 was the actual temperature, and the wind chill was negative 48.
I don't understand.
Fahrenheit, in case we have listeners across the pond, but
I don't understand. Are you like a masochist? Are you just someone who's just like loves to torture? I don't understand people like you who just choose to live in a place where the weather could actually be below 0 degrees. 0 degrees to me is like, it's zero. It's nothing. It's nothing. Nothing should be below zero. It's at the bottom. But you live in a place where the weather can actually be like, no, nothing is not nothing enough. It needs to be colder than nothing. Why do you do this yourself? I don't understand.
Well, okay.
Move your ass to a place where it doesn't get to be negative 16 degrees. Y'all always complain about it. Everybody I know that lives in winter places complains like crazy about it. It's so cold. It's so cold. What the hell are you doing living there? It's your choice.
Here's the thing.
What's got a gun to your head?
I just like to complain. For one. For two, for two seems like bad grammar and not the right way to word that. For two. The second thing is that, yes, when it is unbearably cold like that, it does suck. If I didn't have a dog, I'd be able to just stay inside all the time. Unfortunately, I had to take a dog out.
Fuck is the point of living in a place where you're like, oh good, I can stay inside all day?
Well, it's only like that a little bit of the year. When I go outside, I can put on more clothes. Where you're at, there's a limit when it's hot as Satan's butthole out there. Then there's a limit to what you can take off.
Not a limit for me. I can just take it all off.
Well, yeah, you can take it all off, but then you're just stuck. If you're completely naked in 150 degrees, you're still sweating your ass off.
I go jump in the ocean or the pool.
Okay, that's... Whatever.
I mean...
Whatever.
Problem solved.
I have always said, and I want to preface this, negative 48 is not the temperature, but if it is above 0 degrees, I would rather be cold than hot.
Oh, God. Well, there's your problem.
But that's not...
That sums up the entirety of the problem.
So...
That's it. There's something wrong with you.
Part of it.
I mean...
I'm not opposed to going somewhere where it's hotter, because there is such a thing as air conditioning. And like you said, pools. Right now, part of it is in-laws live close to where we're at. So right now... moving's out of the question. So I've been
I mean,
told. And my
it's
parents
really
are
easy to
also
get on an
close here.
airplane.
That's true. I mean, not if you
I'm just
fly
saying.
Southwest, apparently. But
Don't get me started on Southwest. What a nightmare.
so yeah, I don't know.
You know
But
what
yeah,
sucks for
that's
Southwest though is that like I know so many people who love that company until Christmas this year, and now it's like it, it's like one of those brands that will always be associated with disaster now. Like
yeah.
I never understood why anybody flew Southwest to begin with. I'm not a big fan of fighting for my seat with other people. Like
Yeah.
one of the reasons I like flying is because I buy my seat and I know no one else's ass is going to get to sit in my seat. And I don't understand the need to elbow my way through and be like,
No.
"No, I'm going to fight you so I don't get a middle seat." No. No. I don't need that. So I never understood the attraction to begin with. That is not something that I think is an attractive feature for an airline, but some people liked it. So I get that. But now Southwest will forever be branded, associated with the epic meltdown of 2022. And I don't feel sorry for him because I don't really like him, but like a lot of people have lost faith in this brand. And now, now Southwest is just like, oh, ooh, you hear South, they're like, oh, ooh, it's like Spirit. When you hear Spirit Airlines, you're like, oh, I know what I'm getting into. Now Southwest are like, probably not going to make it home for Christmas if you fly Southwest. Just saying.
So, what do you have experience with American Air or American Airlines?
I mean, American Airlines,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
Is that different from American Air?
No, I think it's the
Yeah,
same.
no, I
don't know
usually
why
fly
shortened
American.
Okay, so I see people shit on it a lot, and I have not had a bad experience with them. I know that's the thing. Like, it's like, oh, well, racism's not bad out there. No one's ever been racist towards me. And it's like, well, no fucking
I don't have
shit.
white
You're
privilege.
a white
I
dude.
can't see it, so it's not there.
That's right. And so I know that's part of the thing. I think every airline has their problem. And it's especially you fly enough, you're going to have bad experiences.
Yeah.
So regardless.
Flying sucks in general, let's be real, because everybody flies coach and economy. If you're not filthy rich, flying sucks.
Right. Exactly. And even if you are, unless you're flying private, then security and people in general, even if you're first class, still got to deal with all that BS. I still think it's stupid that they always load the fucking planes from the front to the back.
Thank you.
Still makes no goddamn sense.
I mean, I get why first class goes first there. I get that. Like beyond that is ridiculous though. Why are we
But still
what
I disagree.
What?
If I'm flying first class and I know my seats are at the front of the plane and I know I'm not having to fucking fight for my seat, let me get on last. I have guaranteed overhead space that I don't need to fight to put my bags in. Now I got to watch all these pores walk past me.
The unwashed masses are brushing against my arm as I sit here and drink my free cocktail.
That's right.
Dare you? The filth. I'm being inundated with the filth. No, I feel you there. That makes sense. I don't understand it either. But also, people with children, they're like, oh, you know, if you have a young child or whatever, you can board first. I thought that was going to be amazing to have. And now I'm like, this is a terrible idea. Do you know how hard it is to get a toddler to sit still for that extra? It's already going to be a 2.5 hour flight. So he's going to have to sit in that seat for 2.5 hours. And I'm going to have to fight him for those 2.5 hours. But now you're going to tell me that in addition to that, he's going to sit an extra half hour. When it's hot, there is no AC. I cannot turn on the laptop. I cannot do anything fun. Maybe I have snacks for him. Why are we loading us first? Let him be the last person on the plane for everybody else's sake. For my sake mostly, but for everybody else's sake too. Let him be the very last human on that plane after first class. If y'all knew what was good for you, you would listen to us. You don't know what you're doing, airlines. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And how about that airline food?
And if you really know what's good for you, look into getting a vasectomy. But
just while you're at it.
While you're at it. Women don't get rights anymore, so may as well make sure you're shooting
Make sure
blanks.
you take care of that
Do
shit.
your duty, men. This is a PSA to you. It's reversible. Why not? Win-win. Um,
uh,
all right.
anyway, moving on.
Anyway, moving on. So, in case you didn't see the summary episode, I'll give a brief overview here. In case you're like, it's not the pod without Rayleigh. What we're doing is we're bringing you, barring issues, the goal is there's going to be a new episode every week. Wednesdays, 6 a.m., YouTube, pod platforms. 2 episodes a month will be Rayleigh and I. One will be the vocal warm-ups, pick 3 / whatever we brand it, random chat. The other one will be strictly the movie musical that we are reviewing that month. We will let you know what movie we are doing ahead of time, so you have a chance to check it out. And then the other 2 or 3, however many weeks there are in a month, episodes, we will either do one of us solo, we may do it together, we may bring in guests if there's anyone that's interested in joining. Maybe you want to debate our takes on the movie we did last month with one of us, then shoot us a DM. DMs on Instagram and Twitter are open. Reach out to us. It's your chance to get involved. If there's other things you'd like to see in those kind of mini episodes in between the joint episodes, also let us know. We want to let this be a chance for you to help shape how we do it. We're not saying we will necessarily listen to you, but we want feedback. We want to be able to give everyone that's listening what they want to hear, any suggestions. We're open to feedback. So that's what we're looking at. And then now, Rayleigh, are you ready to get into
Yes.
vocal warm-ups? Okay.
Let's do it. You're going first.
Do you? Okay.
Let me get
I was
my
bad.
timer.
I have like 7 things written down right now.
I don't understand.
So what I do is I build notes. I take my notes as I rewatch the movie for things that stand out to me. So I'm prepped. And as things grind my gears or pop into my head for vocal warm-ups, I add those to the notes too. And so sometimes it grows. The longer in between recordings, things like that, or more things that come up, or maybe it's just a week where stuff bothered me. But okay.
All right.
I got it.
Tell me when you're ready, and we're going to start the clock. You got 60 seconds to hit me with 3 topics. You ready?
Yep. Give me a countdown.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I know some people love this. One thing I really hate is ASMR videos. They've started showing up on my Instagram reels and the Facebook, whatever their reels are. Not TikTok, because that's only the pod right now, and so that's fine. But I hate them. Why do I want to hear the super intense sound of you doing batteries into this toy or whatever the fuck it is? I hate it. Don't like it. Second, I also have started recently hating the trend of employees of places on TikToks doing videos, one about trends, you need to try this, and then bitching about people going in and trying these trends, or just bitching about customers when they're generally not completely unrealistic asks. If it's an asshole person, then absolutely out them. But we're taking it to an extreme just to try to get likes and stir conversation. Finally, I'm almost out of time, so I'm just going to say the Santa Clauses show sucked ass with Tim Allen. That's it. Okay. I had a longer one I was going to talk about, but I saw I had 5 seconds, and so that one was going to require more conversation. So we will discuss that.
I agree with you about ASMRs. Not a fan. And I'm neurodivergent, I have learned recently. So that's supposed to be really good for my brain. And it's supposed to make me calm, but I don't think it works. So that's just, yeah, I agree with you. I haven't seen the Santa Clauses, so I don't know anything about that. And also agree with but I know that the Tim Allen shit before wasn't great, so I'm not surprised that it sucks. And then the TikTok trends are TikTok trends where people are talking about trends. Also annoying. And yeah, and people complaining about people asking for things when you're just doing your job is silly.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
I'm doing my job, and I hate when people ask me to do my job.
right. And I think Starbucks is the biggest, like Starbucks baristas are the biggest
Right.
offenders, which like I'm sure you deal, and I've done some service jobs before, so I have respect and sympathy for people in the service industry. I'm not saying that their life is all roses and it's easy to suck it up, but I see so many of people saying, try this when you go to Starbucks next time. It's the best. And it's like these pumps and then this. It's like, so obviously you are someone who is employed at Starbucks that is making this drink, right?
Yeah,
Because they're
obviously.
behind the counter, like the ones you can tell. You are
Right.
working there. You are making this. You are
Yeah.
sending more people there. And so maybe this is now a conspiracy theory because they're doing that to create the cycle so then they can bitch about the people that come in and they have their
Uh-huh.
online orders with the different syrups and stuff like that. And it's
Yeah.
like ultimately, like, yeah, I'm sure that stuff is a pain in the ass to deal with, and because you probably deal with people that are doing like 10 special instructions, and then they're gonna bitch if one thing's wrong. And it's like, well, you gave me 15 fucking things to do, Karen. But at the same
I mean,
time,
also, but you are a company that offers
it's your job.
3,000 options. So, what do you
Right.
expect people to do? If you give them that many options, they're going to do that. They're going to ask for all
Yeah.
those things. So, if you don't want them to do that, don't offer them all those options. Like the Cheesecake Factory, why do you have 17,000 pages of menu and then like
Mm-hmm.
people order the same 10 things? So, why are you giving me so many options? Just narrow
Right.
it down for me. I
Yep.
can't do Starbucks for that reason. I literally have like one thing that I get at Starbucks, and I go in there and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed by these options. I can't. Like my brain is like, no, too much, too many choices. Just give me something really simple.
I've gotten where I like the nitro cold brew with sweet cream foam. And that's
Nice.
my go-to if I get it. But and the Santa Clauses, I liked the first Santa Claus movie. Don't really care for the other ones. And this show, my wife's family grew up on it, and so they always watch them every year. So the show came out, and we started it. The first episode, you have Tim Allen as Santa Claus complaining about how you can't even say Merry Christmas to all anymore, and then you can't call kids naughty. You can't call it the naughty list anymore,
Huh.
and stuff like that. And
Huh.
so it was that didn't get as bad as the series went on, but it was just bad acting. It couldn't decide if it wanted to be a kids show or to cater to the people who grew up on them. I thought it was really bad, but
Good
okay.
to know. Shall avoid.
Mm-hmm. You ready?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so there are two types of people. There's the people who have their Gmail and email accounts completely cleared out. And there's people like me who have like 30,000 unchecked emails, and that drives some people crazy. But I'm also the type of person, because of that personality trait, I also don't know how many subscriptions I have. I legitimately have no idea. Like, I don't keep track of how many subscriptions I have, which is really scary because I'm probably spending a shit ton of money on things that I don't use. Two, my favorite comedian, Drew Lynch, is coming to Florida, and I am dying to go see him. So if anybody in Florida wants to go see Drew Lynch with me, please hit me up. I will buy tickets for us both. He's amazing. Third, I'm super excited, super duper excited. I might be able to go see Chicago and Fort Lauderdale, Broadway. And if I do, still waiting to hear back if I can get the tickets or not. I think I'm on the waiting list, and I think I'm like fourth in line. So if I get the tickets, we may have to rearrange our schedule so that I can do Chicago after seeing it live.
Nice. I like it. That's exciting.
I know. Although you don't like Chicago, but we'll get into that later.
That's not necessarily true.
Don't ruin it.
Don't
because we can have this debate when we do Chicago. I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear negativity right now. When we do Chicago episode, then I will listen to your negativity and I will crush you.
I don't think I ever said I don't like it. I think
Bullshit.
I think you're now trying to create controversy.
Bullshit. You did. And
Okay,
I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Do you know
When
who Drew
should
Lynch
you
is?
find out?
Oh, like in the next week or so.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna Google and see what it looks like because it sounds familiar, but not
You might
like
have seen
one I
him. He
listen
was
to.
discovered on. I think he was discovered on like America's Got Talent or X Factor or something.
Was America's Got?
He has a stutter.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're
He's
talking about.
like by far my favorite comedian, maybe of all time, or maybe not of all time, but definitely a recent comedian. He kills me, and he's going to be in South Florida, like in 2 weeks. So I think I'm just going to go by myself, and that's fine. Like I've gone to comedy shows by myself. It's not as fun as going with other people, but like I'll go by myself if I have to.
Yeah.
And I'll sit in the front row and just be like, "Oh, you're amazing." It's in like 2 weeks. He'll be here, I think.
Oh, nice.
Or maybe
next
week.
I don't think I can fly down in 2 weeks and go with you. So
why not?
I got work and shit.
What do you? Whatever. Yeah. If you were my friend, you would do it. But he's amazing, and I really want to see him. What was the first thing I talked about? Oh, subscriptions. Yeah. I don't know how many.
Dude, I mean, I don't know if that's worse, or I know exactly how many I have and my usage level, and how many I have is all of them. All of the movie, TV streaming service. I have literally every single one, except I don't have Cinemax. I think that's the only one I don't have. HBO, Starz, Showtime, Hulu, Paramount Plus, Peacock. Like, I couldn't tell you the last time I watched something on Paramount Plus. In fact, I just bought a movie on digital that came out yesterday. I have heard that. I have not watched Yellowstone.
Oh, oof, me too.
I got the movie Devotion, which is based on true story. It's got Glenn Powell and Jonathan Majors about some war fighter pilots, and looked interesting. And it was out on digital, and I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna pick it up. And then 3 hours later, I got the email from Paramount Plus that it was streaming free on Paramount Plus. Then, like the same day it came out on digital, and I'm like, you need to market this shit ahead of time, please. But whatever.
Yeah.
That's on me. Should have checked first. Yeah. I know there's companies, I want to say like Truebill or something's one that they manage your subscriptions for you.
I need to sign up for that because I need somebody to be like, Rayleigh, you're spending $9 a month on this thing that you've literally never used. I'll take that $9. I could use that $9. So should probably not be spending it, frivolously throwing it in the wind. And but the problem is I'm probably not doing that one time. I'm probably doing it like 8 times for things that I'm not ever using. So that's a lot of money that could be just potentially in my account and not being taken out every month. So I need to get on that.
Yeah, that's I hear you. That stuff adds up too. You, especially if you sign up during a trial and then you never cancel during the trial and you're like, fuck.
I'm literally the worst. And I'll give myself like calendar reminders, like by this day, cancel XYZ. And it just requires like going online and like canceling or just sending an email, cancel this. And I just don't. And then it disappears from my periphery. And then I'll get a charge on my card, which is like $180 for this thing that I signed up for that I thought I was going to use for 7 days while it was free and didn't cancel. And I'm like, fuck!
Yep.
Why did I cancel this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Really annoying, but I still do it to myself, so it's my own fault.
Yeah, it happens. Oh, one thing I didn't touch on before we get into the pick 3, I got, and I'm assuming and you'll find out why in a second, our first hate comment on Facebook.
Ooh.
On our teaser trailer reel for Spirited. I'm going to make an assumption based on appearance, which I usually try not to do, but based on the comment, seems like it fits. A middle-aged white redneck man commented and called me a woke dickhead. which
Oh, that's right. I saw that.
I'm assuming it was addressed towards me because I feel like typically you call men dickheads
I mean,
instead of
I could
women.
also be considered a woke dickhead.
True. And I'm like, one, I don't think that's an insult you mean it to be. Two,
Ouch, that
thanks for
really
spending your
hurts.
time and energy and commenting that. Um,
Hey, you know what? He helped our algorithm, so
that's
thank
true.
you, redneck,
That's true.
unwoke dickhead, still sleeping dickhead.
Well, I got a notification that there was a comment on it. And so I went to it and it said one comment, but there was nothing showing. And because Facebook automatically does like most relevant. And so then I
Uh-huh.
went to all comments and then I saw it and I'm like, yeah.
Even
Um,
Facebook was like, there's literally no other comments, and this is so irrelevant that I'm going to hide it before showing. There's nothing else to show that's more relevant than this, but it's not relevant enough to show.
right. And I have said so many other woke things in this podcast that I didn't say like anything in that trailer. Neither one of
I
us did. The
I was trying to
closest is
remember.
so the label on it is supersized holiday episode. So maybe because it didn't say Christmas episode, maybe that makes me woke, I guess. The only other thing is when I was talking about Blonde, I said it was like a bad pro-life commercial in an NC-17 movie. Even that I don't feel like is particularly woke, but maybe he was, I hate this word, maybe he was triggered by my words pro-life. I don't know what. I'm like, I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck the deal is. But
I'm sure.
that
And
was
then
one that
again, it
made
could
me
have just been
chuckle.
like a random troll that was just like, I write random
That's
trolling
true.
things on random shit just to try to stir up shit
That's true.
because
I left the
of
comment.
shit.
I didn't report it because it didn't bother me. And I'm like,
No, it needs to stay.
that's actually now in my
Thank you, sir.
Instagram and Twitter header. Woke dickhead. I'll start being a woke dickhead.
Thank you. I will
Hey,
accept that. I will put
yeah.
that on my resume.
Yep. Exactly.
Currently, woke dickhead.
Uh-huh. Currently. Which is always good when you live in a red state. But
Oh, I forgot. That's so funny.
mhm.
Well,
All right. So Rayleigh, I'm gonna let you intro our pick 3 that we're gonna do this
okay.
week.
Okay. So for this episode, we are doing pick 3 things, items, whatever, devices, apps, whatever it is that you absolutely could not live without if you were stranded on an island. And this does not include the obvious things like water and food. That's stupid, obviously. That is what you need to survive. But I'm talking about things or devices or whatever that you have to keep your sanity without going, without going crazy. Assuming you had
Okay.
the necessary things to live.
Okay.
Right?
This was a clarification I had on there. I have 2 different lists. And so are we assuming if you are picking a piece of technology, say you're going to pick an iPad or something like that,
Right.
is the assumption, do you need to
That
pick
you
for
have
one of your other items, you have to pick like a solar charger or something too? Or are we
no,
going to
this is
assume for the
like
sake of this, for funness, and instead of it
it's
being just like,
obvious. Like
ooh, well, I'd get a knife and
yeah, no, no,
a
no, no,
blanket?
no.
Like,
This
I don't,
is like
okay.
assuming you had endless battery charges, endless amounts of power devices. This is assuming all ideal situations are in place. You have food, you have water, and you have ways
Okay.
to charge devices. Tell me the things or substances or whatever that you must have in order to be a sane human.
Okay. I appreciate that because if it was just, and I wanted to wait and discuss the clarification on here because that makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Because if it's like, ooh, what 3 things do you need to help you survive? And I'm like, well, I know I'm not
Oh,
going to
yeah.
survive long. So my answer is going to be something like hard drugs, a gun, and a bullet, so I can just end it all right away. Like, I want to have a good trip, and then I'm not fucking
And then
around
I
with this
want
shit. I'm just peacing
to
out.
not be miserable. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm out. Deuces.
Yep.
Yeah. No,
Yep.
this is no. It wouldn't be fun. I'm not trying to get you a cast on the show Alone or
Okay.
Frozen or any of those like Survivor shows where you're like, the three things I would choose is a water boiler and a switchblade and uh, a fish weaving basket. Like,
Hmm.
no, I don't. No, I don't give a shit about that. I'm
Okay.
talking about you as a person. What things would be like your must haves, right?
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
you want to go first?
So, yeah, I'll do one. We'll do like we have the other ones where we'll kind of ping pong back and forth. Um, my first thing I'm going to choose is going to be my phone. Not for communicating with people or anything like that. I want it for music. I want to be able to listen to music, stuff like that. That's part of how I keep my sanity. I start every morning with a shower with my shower speaker. I'll listen to
Yes.
music, playlist depending on the day. And so that's my first thing. I want it for the music though. It's not like, oh, I need to be able to scroll Instagram or Twitter all the time. No, I want to
Right.
listen to music. So
Presumably,
that's my
you
number
just
one.
text people, "Hey, I need a fucking airplane to come and
Yeah,
pick
that's
me
right.
up." Like,
That's right.
I understand
Party
your
on the
phone,
island.
right? Like, yes, okay,
Hmm.
fine, fine. And I hate this, but I'm going to use my first one as a throwaway because mine is also. I actually chose a Bluetooth speaker because I would like to have. And that is assuming I would have some sort of device to play music with because I also cannot live. I mean, this is the theme of this podcast. We both know music kind of like reigns in my life. And I quite literally would not survive if I couldn't listen to music. So I chose a speaker slash device where I can play music. And it's a throwaway because it's the same as yours. Continue with your second one, please.
Technically, it was different because yours was to more projected. So,
True. I want to be able to listen to it loud.
okay, my second one is going to be noise canceling headphones
Okay.
because I don't want to hear the things that are going to murder me in the night. I want to be oblivious to that. And
That's
so,
a
and
good
I
point.
also want to be able to listen to music. And if I'm stranded on this island and I need to survive, and I'm going to have to be hunting for myself, which I kind of established I'm not going to be able to do. But if I get desperate enough, I don't want to hear the screams of what I'm having to murder to eat. I'm going to block that shit out. So noise canceling headphones.
You might also
Taking
need
number
like
two.
blindfolders too, like to like I'm killing, but I don't
Yeah.
want to see it die.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep.
Die, but don't bleed on me, please.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
My second one is ice. And I say that not because of water, and I'm assuming I already have water, and I'm assuming I will have to drink water. But I'm such a prima donna diva that I do not drink any liquids room temperature unless it's coffee where it's supposed to be warm. I cannot stand warm beverages. So even if I'm only drinking water on this island, I'm assuming I have fresh water that I will survive with. It'd be nice if I had some like Johnny Depp rum stored somewhere in some compartment down below the sand. That would be fantastic. I'm just saying, Johnny Depp,
That's right.
you want to load up my private island before I get there? I'm totally cool with that. But I need ice. Don't tell me how I'm
Fair.
going to keep ice on an island. It doesn't matter. The details don't matter. I need ice. I can't live without it.
That's a
Such a
solid
first
choice.
world problem. Such a first world problem.
That it really is. Just kind of the peak. But
Such a
I
diva.
have
Oh my god.
I got these new whiskey glasses. I don't know if you can tell. There is a mountain inside of it.
It looks like a nipple.
It does. There's another one that is so this is supposed to be the K2 Peak from Everest. There's different. It's a set of 4. They're called the Peaks whiskey glasses from Lighton, and so
No,
there's
those are
different
nipples.
mountain ranges in them.
I'm just gonna call it your boob glass.
My boob glass. But they're supposed to be the focus is. So it's supposed to be, they say, chill charge, so you can freeze the glass, and that it indents at the bottom. It goes in there, helps keep it cold, so you don't have ice melting, diluting your whiskey, stuff like that.
It's like a fancy frozen mug. Did you have
Yeah.
those when you were a kid? I had those frozen like Coca-Cola mugs that you
The
put in the
plastic
freezer, and then you
ones
put
that
the
had the.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then you
made
just
like
pour
slushy.
your Coca-Cola or whatever in there,
Yeah.
and it like made it super cool. It's like it's like an adulting version of a frozen mug.
It is. I have not frozen any of them though, because I prefer my whiskey neat and room temperature.
Okay, so you can't have any of my ice. You're not allowed.
Yeah, your ice is all yours.
My ice is mine. My ice is mine. My ice is not
And
yours.
my nipples are mine.
You can keep your nipples. I'll keep my ice.
Whew. Perfect. All right. My final one between 2 here that are probably lame ones. So the one that I almost went with is my purple pillow. I have one of those.
Oh.
It's like the gel
Brand
it's
purple,
conforming.
not color purple. The brand purple.
It's also color purple, but yes,
But
the
not
brand
what you meant.
purple because
Okay.
it is very. I'm always hot, which is probably why I survive in colder climates. I'm always hot, and so this pillow, it keeps my head cold. It's every other pillow I've had because it's got grooves. There will be a picture on the YouTube version. So I almost picked that. It didn't make it. What actually is making it, and fits with your point before, is my sleep mask. I'm a sleep mask guy. High proponent of sleep masks. I don't remember if we've talked about this before. I have one, the Manta one. It's got the eye cups that aren't just flat against there. They kind of bulge. It's soft. I put that sucker on, and I fall asleep almost instantly. It's almost like it cradles my face, and just I love it. It doesn't stay on all night. Like, it gets off my face at some point, but falling asleep, and I also need the darkness to sleep. And so that's going to be here out on this island. I don't want to see all the stars and shit. Give me dark.
Fuck the stars.
Give me fuck the stars. I think that was a Greek god's backstory. But give me
That's how sleep masks were invented from the Greek gods, because one of them said "fuck the stars."
Yeah, exactly. So that's what all 3 of my things are. Very kind of, I feel like bougie's not the right word, but like more luxurious picks. Like, this is all about me being comfortable. Nothing's practical. So I like that we eliminated that had to be completely practical.
Yeah, no, the practical shit is stupid. No.
Otherwise, the sleep mask was be swapped out for solar charger. I was still keeping the phone and the headphones.
No, that's lame.
I wasn't worried about a knife.
I will kill people with I will kill an animal with my phone. Damn it!
That's right.
It's a brick. It's hard enough. No, but your sleep mask can double as the blinders I was mentioning earlier, so you don't have to see anything that you kill. So actually, that is a smart choice. It is. It is twofold: helpful during the day, helpful during the night.
Right. And yeah, I got the 14 Pro Max, and this thing is a fucking brick. Throw it. Yeah. I got the 1 terabyte one, so
kill
lots of music.
Grouse with that thing.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a grouse on this island. I'm sure that all islands have grouses. Grice?
Maybe.
Grices.
Okay. Let's bring it
Sweet.
home. What's your
My
final
third
thing to
item
survive?
is an endless supply of lotion. And I don't mean suntan lotion, because I'm sure that I will get fried with my pale ass skin. It's not what I don't care about that.
Your pale ass skin? Are you going
pale
naked on this island?
Well, probably. If I'm the only one out there, I'm probably naked the whole time. Not gonna lie. don't give a shit about clothes. But so yeah, my ass skin will be roasted, but not important. Don't care about that. It's not suntan lotion that I want or sunscreen. Don't care about that either. I'm talking about lotion that moisturizes because one of my biggest I hate. I am unable to survive if my skin is dry, if my face is dry, if my arms, my hands are dry. Oh my, I'm an angry human. Like I will fight you if I'm dry. So as soon as I get out of the shower, like I'm out of the shower and I've got like towel on and like whoosh, lotion immediately all over the body, head to toe, every inch, every crevice has lotion applied.
I mean, that
So
doesn't
I
seem
need
the
to have.
most sanitary.
Shut up. We'll talk about my hygiene.
You're the one who emphasized every crevice.
I'm
wrong.
trying to make it clear to you. Lotion is life. I am so angry if I'm dry, like angry, and I don't mean dry like dry.
I mean,
Shit.
like
Shit.
you're just doing it on purpose at this point.
Oh God, I'm not helping myself. Okay, I'm talking about my hands, people. I'm talking about my elbows. Talking about my ashy knees. I'm talking about my ankles. Talking about my face. Okay, and sometimes the underboob. Sometimes the underboob does get a little dry. Some chafage
that's more
going
sweaty.
on.
Underboob sweat.
Yeah, well, we're talking about.
Well, I guess if you're wearing a bra, but you're gonna be on an island.
Well, again,
I don't know. I'm gonna shut up. I'm not gonna mansplain boobs to you.
Don't. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate your recognition of what was happening just now.
Yep.
Yeah. So lotion must have lotion. Cannot live without lotion. If because also I assume that I'm going to be like around. I don't know why, but I assume my island is in the middle of the ocean and salty air is really drying of the skin. So
where else would your island be? In the middle of the land? And let's just walk that one back. I guess technically it could be just offshore and not in the middle of the ocean. But
I could be on a peninsula. I could not be technically on an island. I could be on a peninsula.
That's true.
I don't know why. I guess in my head I shouldn't have said island because I was thinking also of like you could be stranded in like the tundra or Siberia, but I did say island. The whole point of this topic was pick three things that you needed to be on an island. So I'm the one that quantified it and made it an island.
That's on you.
But apparently, in my mind, not all islands are surrounded by the ocean. So if you happen to be on an island that's not surrounded by water, then you don't have this salt water problem that I've come up with. Yeah. But I need lotion. Shut up. I'm done. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm going to make one comment before we wrap it up.
Oh, fuck.
Just because I always feel we need to spark debate. And this is actually a true thing. I hate lotion so much.
Yeah, most guys I know don't do lotion.
Like it. I don't like feeling greasy. I don't like it.
Yeah, so, I get that. I actually don't really either. And that's why I use Harry's product placement. Harry's brand, the men's shaving brand. Mm-hmm. They have an amazing lotion that I put all over my body. And it does not feel greasy at all. And that's the reason I use it. Because I hate feeling greasy, but I hate feeling dry even more. So it's a good compromise. Harry's, if you want to do a little hook up with a little, what's it called? Product
placement? Sponsorship?
Sponsorship, thank you.
So Harry's. We're going to get sponsored by the subscription canceling thing, Truebill. And yes. We'll get sponsored by Harry's from and the by all your podcast.
Yeah, and by all your mini whiskey brands that you always bring up.
It's only Whistle Pig. It's the best. It's the smoothest. It's the crispest. I don't know that crisp. So here's the thing with whiskey. I said crispest. I am not a whiskey connoisseur. I like drinking and trying different whiskeys. I will not be picking out all the notes on it. We're not going to have a whiskey tasting mini episode. Because all my things are like, I really like the flavor of this. Or, this one has more of a bite to it. I'm not like, has some really earthy tones, some earthy
It's
notes.
it's
Can really
giving
pick up
wooden
the
barrel.
cedar or whatever the fuck it is. Like
No,
that's not me. I'm just like, does
yeah,
it
good
taste good?
because I don't give a
Sweet.
shit about any of that.
All
I
right.
wouldn't listen.
I think that about wraps it up for this episode. So
Fun
this
times.
actually was on the longer end than I thought it was going to. So
We had
thanks
much to
for
discuss.
tuning in. We will have a mini episode next, most likely. Just a reminder, our January movie is Love Never Dies, the Phantom of the Opera sequel. It is not available to stream for free anywhere, but you can rent it on Amazon Prime Video, Vudu, YouTube TV, all sorts of places. Technically, it is streaming on Broadway HD, which they have some like filmed Broadway things that you can stream there with a subscription. I think is like $15 a month. You can stream it for free. It's cheaper to rent it on Amazon places. So the only thing we'll say about that, kind of teasing it, I think both of us would recommend watching it. Worth the $4. So
Definitely.
check it out. Rayleigh, any last sign offs?
No. Keep listening, keep watching, comment, let us know what's up. Thanks for tuning in. And make sure you
All
go
right.
down once more.
I don't know why I do finger guns now. I now do finger guns and I hate it. Still watch and listen. Disregard it. Later.
Disregard the finger guns.
All right.
No.
We out.